Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with my August layout share, and I was able to get 3 videos a week out for you, which I'm happy that I was able to find the time for that. A couple of rainy days definitely helped me out there. And I have a few that I did off camera as well. I think there's 4 of them. So I'm going to start with this one. It's actually still wet. I just completed it. So the glue under the sequins is still wet, but this is a 2-page layout, documenting soccer of last year. I think this was fall of last year. I'll have to go back and look and document that somewhere, but did lots and lots of layering. If I would have kind of planned the layout out a little bit more, I could have done just strips of paper and saved some. However, this does go all the way down the page. Again, if I planned it better, I could have definitely saved some, but I did layer lots of them and then kind of went heavy on the embellishing. Each embellishment cluster has quite a few embellishments with it. I don't know, sometimes I just kind of want to add a bunch of stickers and whatnot to the clusters, and I did sneak in a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio here. So definitely had a lot of fun with that one. Now we have another 2-page layout. There's some sequins on my desk. So this one is the Homegrown collection from Simple Stories. I got this one in May from Tuesday morning when I was in Florida, and parts of it from the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. And so really, again, another one that has lots of layering. These I did do strips of paper, so they look like they go behind kind of the red barnwood, but they don't. These are actually strips of paper. I planned this one out a little bit better. And then, again, I found a lot of this collection at Tuesday morning, so I did have a lot. And so I did kind of go heavy on the ephemera and stickers on this one too. This was just from the Simple Pages ephemera bit, and that was all together, and so I just left that for my title, and then kind of had a larger cluster here, a smaller one up at the top, and then I will journal here. This was a field trip to a local farm, so I'll journal on this tag here, and then I added another smaller cluster at the top there. I bought the July Hip Kit Club, the main kit, and this layout is from that kit. I love it. This was a whole 12 by 12 die cut or cut file, but I cut it in half and added my own paper at the bottom just so that I could use the water on a different layout. And now that I'm thinking about it, I have some boating photos that water might look kind of cool with. I'll have to keep that in mind. So again, lots of embellishments on this one. The kit, I don't know, there were some new pieces. There's acrylic pieces that I scattered throughout, and then this layered sticker here I thought was really neat. So that is just one sticker. I added the beach ball and the camera, so it's the umbrella, the vacay mode, and the surfboard there. That's all the layered sticker, and I just added to it. And again, just wanted to add some more pieces to my clusters. A lot of times I'll stick with like 3 and then the extra pieces like the hearts or the enamel dots, but sometimes, I guess lately especially, I've been kind of adding extra behind and doing some more layering with my clusters. Another 2-page layout here. I did actually get quite a few 2-page layouts done this month, so that was really nice. This one, now I can't remember what this collection is. It's a Simple Stories collection. Again, I got this at Tuesday morning when I was in Florida before they shut down. I don't think I got any of it at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, but added kind of a busier pattern paper on the edges, and I actually used a punch So if you look closely, these are all half circles that I just layered to make it look scalloped. I kind of wanted a larger scallop and don't have like a punch. So I just used a circle punch and then cut them in half and layered them down the page. I'm trying to be okay with this white space. I saw a layout on Instagram and that's kind of how I got the inspiration. So I'm going to try to be okay with this white space, but it is hard for me. And then again, just these ones are kind of more simple clusters. This was a sticker from the sticker book, and I just added some of the brads and other little bits there. And then Jungle Safari, and just added a couple pieces behind it. Loved this one. He ended up bringing his little leopard or whatever it is into the park with us, and they ended up having a statue of almost the identical animal, so that was kind of cool. This one I did off camera, and initially I was going to try to do 2 photos on this layout, and I have it right here. So I was going to try to get 2 photos in, and it just didn't work with, I don't know, I wanted to use the paper that had the treehouse. And so I decided, you know what, I'm not going to force myself to use both photos. If I want, I could do another 1-page layout or just skip ahead because I am still close to 3 years behind. I have obviously worked ahead and done some recent vacations and whatnot, but I am still quite a bit behind. So I kind of just used some scraps actually. This wish paper here, this yellow, was a scrap piece, and so I just wanted another layer. And so I thought that looked kind of cool on the corner there. And then I used a pattern paper behind my photo, used some flowers. Didn't really need to, I don't know. I usually wouldn't. Oh, I guess I should probably tape that down, huh? Oh, whoops. I usually wouldn't with the boys, but I did try to use colors that are kind of, in the paper. And I initially just had like the sun and then the Look Mom and the floral cluster, and then decided I did want something down here. So initially I added these little ants, which I just thought was super cute. But then this dog I thought fit really nicely there too, looking up at him. So, you know, I don't know, when you embellish, it doesn't always have to be like clusters. Sometimes, especially a scene like this, you can add to the scene like the dog and the ants. This is the brand new Gnomes for Autumn collection. This will go through September with Close to My Heart, and just a really simple layout. I did add some stamping though on the white so it wasn't so plain. And then I felt like with the stamping, it allowed me to put these 2 photos down just on the page and not back them, and then double back the middle one for that one to stand out. The pictures are just so much alike. I didn't really need the focus to be on all of them, even though I included all of them. And then just used a large sticker for my title, and then just some smaller clusters kind of at the top. I thought this Piles of Smiles was just perfect because he obviously is smiling in a pile of leaves. And then the embellishments with this collection that you can get separate, so you don't have to get the whole collection, but are cork leaves in different sizes. So that was just really fun. And another flare, a canvas one from Scrap and Happy Studio there. This is Cape Cod collection from Close to My Heart as well. This one, unless it didn't sell out last month, is, I guess it would still be available unless it sold out last month. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. And really just used my scraps on this one too. I had this larger striped paper. It was a piece of scraps. These are the zip strips, the branding strips, and then these were scraps as well. So just tried to figure out how I could use my scraps up, and really actually like this layout a lot. We just dipped our toes in the water this time in the ocean because it was so hot. We went to dinner or lunch and then dipped our toes in the water. And so yeah, and then just initially I had these kind of as my triangle, but decided to add something at the top, and I really like how that turned out. And then again, another flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. And this layout, before I forget and put it away, sorry, I think I'm going to try to get another flare from Scrap and Happy Studio on this layout. Look at how perfect these are with the colors and everything. So we're going to figure out where to put one when we're all done. Maybe fix this over here, move that down and tuck one under there. We'll figure it out. So this one here, I used, I think it's School Life from Simple Stories, and backed it, but then decided I didn't really love just the white background, and so I went into my stamps, grabbed an alphabet stamp in all kinds of colors, and kind of knew where my photos were going to be and stamped all the way around. And I think I might add a couple more down here to kind of even it out. I feel like it looks pushed up there, so I'm going to try to even it out down here. And we're going to add that. So I'm going to set this one aside and doctor this one up a little bit more. This one I did off camera using Color Study from Vicki Boutin. Not my favorite, I'm not going to lie. I struggled with this one. I walked away, came back, and finished it. These are all scraps again. I just tried to piece them together. And then I looked for all of like the painting ephemera and whatnot. He made this painting, I think it was for Mother's Day, and he was so proud of it. So I wanted to document that. So I did try to really get all of the kind of paints, paintbrush, all that kind of stuff on this layout. This one here is the Gamer Collection from Photoplay. I did get this one at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo back in May. Double backed the white, and then decided not to have my pattern paper go all the way to the edge. And initially I was just going to have it at the bottom, but the strip that I cut off at the bottom, or from this section, I thought would look cool at the top with just a thin strip at the top. And so I really liked how that turned out. And again, kind of wanted to go heavier with the embellishments, lots of little clusters, just because it's all gaming. I don't take a lot of photos of them gaming, but it is something he loves. So that's why I did kind of do quite a few clusters just to get more of the pieces used up. This one is the Homegrown collection again from Simple Stories. I had a farm layout earlier. This one is more garden, which I'm loving. I loved that when I did, there's another farm layout coming up. When I did the farm layout, I found all these gardening things and had these photos of my boys picking cucumbers. And so I decided to use up the gardening stuff in that collection, or make a dent in it at least, with this. So this was just a strip of paper that I thought was super cute. So I added the little red underneath of it, and then wanted to, again, use up the paper. So I used kind of the fruits and veggies paper here, and wanted the Homegrown for my title, but then didn't love how it was all white. And so I used all the little chipboard veggies and fruits and just scattered them above it, and then added some more down with my journaling. These are journaling strips from Close to My Heart, so I will go ahead and journal there. They are stickers, so I can cut them to whatever length I want, and put them on my layouts. So I will link, or try to remember to link those below if you are interested. Another one I did off camera, again using Color Study. I did kind of go off of, sometimes on the packaging of the collections, they have a layout that the designer creates. So I kind of went off of that. I think it's on the project pad. There was a layout that Vicki created, and so I kind of got inspiration from there. Used some of the bright colors, but then muted it down. I just took my black soot Distress Oxide and kind of made strips behind it, just kind of, I don't know, there's a lot of black in the photo, and so I just felt like it kind of toned it down a little bit as well. And then just a couple of simple clusters, just You Are Amazing. He did this little drawing tutorial, and I thought it looked really, really good. And so again, just documenting kind of everyday life. My youngest just loves to color and draw and paint. So another one using that Homegrown collection, again, a farming video or layout though. This one is a does have a video up on my YouTube channel. So again, lots of well, I guess not really layers, but strips. So I just kind of cut them different widths and lengths, and just kind of, you can see that I only bordered 3 of the sides. Nope, 2 of the sides. Help if I could count. And then decided to bring that bottom strip of paper down to the bottom. And I apologize if it kind of got noisy. It just started kind of downpouring. So if you hear some background noise, it's because it's raining outside today. Hence, I'm in the she shed. So yeah, just kind of different widths, lengths, and then just some clusters. I knew when we went to this petting farm that I wanted my title to be Yak Attack, because these are all yaks. This little baby one followed us around the farm, and it was super cute. And then I think this was like a 3-day-old goat. They wouldn't let the kids hold on to him, but I got to hold the little goat for him to pet. So just a really fun day on the farm. Now this one is the Where To Next collection from Vicki Boutin. Really wanted to use up the large chipboard sayings, and so I did vacay mode. He's got his little tropical drink, which I also tried to include a couple of those in there. And I did get a couple of the mini flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. I got a couple of those tucked in my embellishments. Used some larger pieces. I don't know, I just felt... Sometimes with Vicki's collection, sometimes I struggle using all of the ephemera, especially the larger ones. This layout, though, I felt like could handle it, if that makes sense. And so I just did those 2, and then kind of my title, added a sticker kind of to bring that down a little bit, but really like how this one turned out. Another one using the Cape Cod collection. I have this circle here. And I'm trying to figure out where it came from, and I don't see where it would have fallen off of on this layout. So maybe it wasn't this layout, or maybe it got tucked in there by accident. So this is Cape Cod from Close to My Heart. I did do several layers for my background, and then that striped paper across the page instead of vertical this time. Use this little wave zip strip here, which I love, and kind of just went crazy with embellishments. I did use my punches and cut out some circles with the different papers. I think because some of the stickers on the sticker sheet are circular, and so in one of the layouts from the scrapbooking workshop, they added their own circles, and I liked that the way that looked. I added some of the acrylic pieces. That is the embellishment option, or part of it, for the collection, and you can get that separate as well. But again, this was for July and August, so I'm not sure if this is available still or not, but I will try to link it down below for you as well. This one is, I think, the Teen Mode collection from Echo Park, I believe it is. And I had done a layout previously where I had cut the circle out and used the actual circle, but then this time I decided to use what was left. So this circle does continue, but I added this stripe down to cover up the little, and I left a little bit on the outside just to kind of keep it, I don't know, cohesive. Oh my goodness, my kids are in the background screaming and yelling outside too. I apologize. It's almost time, or they will be back in school by the time this video is up, so no more background noise. The reason I use so many stickers is because I actually found 2 sticker sheets that are the same. One I got with the collection kit, and the other one I got from a Not Just for Boys kit. And so I just kind of went crazy and used a bunch of the stickers up because I have 2 of them. Again, another one of the large chipboard sayings from the Where To Next collection, and you can see it is pretty thick, and they've been difficult for me to use, I'm not gonna lie. And then just a couple of simple clusters at the top and the bottom of my photo as well. And then to finish it off, I might have included this one previously, excuse me, but I didn't have my photos in there. So this is one of the simple pages kits from Simple Stories, and so you only need tape. You don't need your paper cutter or any of that. They give you instructions on how to piece it together. A lot of times the background is already printed. These two strips here are separate, but they are like punch outs, so you don't need to cut them. They just punch out of the sheet, and it just tells you where to put things and whatnot. And I found photos that worked for the page, and so I did just, instead of putting it away, put it in my pile to show you guys. But yeah, Simple Stories, Simple Pages are quite nice. I left a couple down in Florida at my sister's house, so I can scrapbook, but really don't need anything while I'm down there. So just kind of an idea. If you're traveling, it is a nice option, and they have beautiful layouts. But that is all for my August layout share. If you see something you want to scrap with, feel free. I would love if you could tag me in it if that's possible. Share it in my Facebook group. I will have a link for my Facebook group down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.